Welcome back to real life, real time, guided journaling where I read you prompts and then we journal it out together. I am so happy you're here. Welcome to my life. I'm wearing pajama pants, sitting in my kitchen with all my dishes in the background, and we're gonna do some journaling together. Today's journaling is journaling prompts for when you're anxious, and I am not a doctor, clearly, so I'm not gonna make any big claims like this will reduce your anxiety. I am not a trained practitioner when it comes to anxiety reduction, but these are journaling prompts that help me work through anxiety, and I want to share them with you because if you're feeling anxious, maybe they'll help you as well. So I'm not making any claims, I'm just offering some help. So first, you're just going to brain dump a list of things that are making you feel anxious. And it doesn't have to make sense. Like, me needing to change the water in my flower vase can make me feel anxious. That's kind of how anxiety works, even if it's not like technically something that should. So just make a list of things, no matter how big or small, that like are at the forefront of your mind as to like what is giving you this anxiety. And if you're like, I don't know why I'm anxious, fair enough. Just write things you think might be contributing to it, even if you're not sure. Well, there was a little more on that list than I expected. So for your next prompt, you're going to pick the top 3 things that are making you anxious. And again, it doesn't have to make sense in terms of like quote unquote size. Maybe there's something that is really small that's giving you a lot of anxiety versus something that's really big that's not making you nearly as anxious as you would think. But pick the top 3 things that are in the front of your mind that are causing the most anxiety. And write why they make you feel anxious. And again, it can be silly. You can be laughing at yourself the whole time being like, I realize that this is a silly thing to be anxious about. I just am. That's okay. Just get it on paper. Top big 3 and why they make you feel anxious. Is it because you feel like you don't have enough time? Is it because you don't want to feel embarrassed? Is it because you're trying something new? Whatever it is, get it down on paper. now you're going to write down the worst case scenario for each of those 3 things that are giving you anxiety. Maybe it's that you ruin your carpet for some reason. I don't know what's giving you anxiety. That was just an example. Maybe it's you get fired from your job. Like, whatever the worst case scenario is that you can imagine, write that down just really briefly, and then write how you bounce back from it. I think this is also called fear setting, and it might, because I remember doing a similar exercise in the book The 4-Hour Workweek, which is a really great book, even if you are not trying to be an entrepreneur or anything, because I really don't think I am, but it's a good book. But anyways, writing down the worst case scenario and then writing how you would like start taking steps to come back from that are a really good way to make you realize like you're more capable than you think, and you don't have to be scared because you can recover from everything. Won't always be fun, but you can. Okay, hopefully that prompt didn't get you too down in the dumps, and hopefully it helped you realize you have the tools to crawl back, even if it's through the mud, from no matter what. I believe in you. And last but not least, because we're going to end on a positive note, you're going to write out why you're grateful for each of the things giving you anxiety. So those top 3 things that you picked, why are you grateful for each of those? So maybe you're like, why would I be grateful for a big old bill that I have to pay? You could be grateful that you have to pay this big old electricity bill because you live in a building with electricity and you get to use the internet, or whatever. However you have to twist and convolute it, just find 3 ways to be grateful. I promise it'll make you feel much better and help you see things from a new perspective. Okay, that's everything I have for you today. I hoped these prompts helped you work through a little bit of whatever's making you anxious. Again, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional. If you need help, you deserve to seek help. Don't ever hesitate to do that, like professional help. But if you just need to journal it out, I'm here for you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.